Hello everyone. Today I, Punitika Batra, Faculty of Management Department from Technia Institute of Advanced Studies is going to deliver a lecture on cultural diversity. Diversity. Let us discuss what exactly is that. Diversity refers to the attributes or characteristics that people possess and that confirm that they are different with respect to the other people. These attributes might be the demographic factors, which may be race, gender or age, or maybe the cultural values and norms. Over the years, various societies have emerged across the globe and are different from each other in various aspects. And despite of the globalizations, many of these differences persist to this day. The usual cultural differences that exist between societies are of language, dress, traditions, moral values, religious beliefs, and in the ways they interact with their respective environment. Now, the cultural diversity. Cultural diversity refers to having different cultural values and respecting each other's differences. Cultural diversity also sometimes refers to the variety of human societies or cultures in a specific region or in the world as a whole. In our increasingly global and mobile world, one of the most important aspects is of cultural competence. Over the time, more people are likely to work daily with people from different cultures, different religious beliefs, different moral backgrounds. Now, diversity helps in enhancing creativity and innovation. This has to be kept in mind that there are pros and cons both. While diversity helps to achieve objectives very effectively and enter into international arena, it also provides flexibility in team members and helps them to respond rapidly to change. However, there are cons also. The diversity also causes problems. For example, creation of a communication gap, differences in beliefs and attitudes, which lead to ego clashes and also major differences in opinion. Now, let us understand what is a culture. Culture, it is a set of values and beliefs that guide the behavior of people. It carries strong effect on perceptions of people. Culture is carried on from family background, religious background, and what is the region of origin of a particular person. When people move into a different culture and experience the discomfort and confusion, that is called cultural shock. For they find things massively different from what they are used to. The major elements of culture are language, interpersonal space, time orientation, values, beliefs, religion, etiquettes, etc. Let us talk about these elements in detail. The first element is language. Language is the medium of communication. It provides access to cultural understanding to run a business and how to develop interpersonal relationships. The language does not only vary between countries but also with a slight change of region, maybe even 5 kilometers. The importance of good foreign language training is of critical importance to a global manager. Now, the second element is the interpersonal space. The distance separating one individual from the other is called interpersonal space. It moves from being least between the couples to the family, to the friends, and then to the strangers. Some cultures, like Arabs, prefer communicating at lesser distance in comparison to Americans, wherein a distance is expected to be maintained between two individuals. The third element is time orientation. Well, in addition to diverse religious and cultural events, people differ greatly with their perception to the time. For example, the Vietnamese culture, they are very time punctual, while some cultures are not so time bound. The cultures like Americans are monochromic in nature, that is, they prefer doing only one thing at one time, while some cultures are polychromic in nature, where the tendency is to multitask at one time, for example in India. Now the fourth element is religion. Well, religion greatly influences the lifestyle and choices of humans in various terms like food, dressing, behavior, etc. It teaches the code of ethics and morality to the individuals. Every religion has different norms and codes. For example, Muslims follow a different code in comparison to what Christians follow, and Christians follow a completely different code in comparison to what usually Hindus follow. Some religions are very open while some religions are closed in nature. Now the fifth element is beliefs. People have fundamentally different beliefs. Since every human individual is different, they have their own mindset that they follow. What is believed by one culture, it might not be believed by other. Also, every culture sees itself and other cultures in different viewpoints. Now the next element is communication style. Different people have different ways of communication, especially regarding context and directness. While some cultures are high context cultures, while some are low context culture. Let us talk about etiquettes and behavior as the next element. Cultures differ greatly in greetings, manners and etiquettes. For example, the people of America are more casual in dressing and behavior, while in India we are more formal, which represents a sign of respect. The next element is hierarchy. Some cultures view people as equals, for example in America, while in some cultures there is much more emphasis on hierarchy and strong leadership. That is usually concentrated at the top. The very nice example we have is of India. To summarize, as a global manager, we all need different skills in order to effectively do our jobs. And in this more interconnected world, cultural competence is an essential skill for almost every workplace. So I hope all of you are clear with the concept of cultural diversity. Thank you. Have a nice day.